What's up, everybody? I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but human beings all over the world woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I mean, everybody. In Israel, in Doha, in Iran, and even in the U.S. Not me, though. I'm feeling great. But let's explore some of the fighting words going back and forth in Israel right now. Yair Golan, head of the Democratic Party in Israel, apparently decided that today was the day to end his political career. He said, and I quote, "A sane country does not fight against civilians, does not kill children as a hobby, and does not give itself the aim of expelling populations." Killing children as a hobby, is that what Golan thinks Israel is doing? Sending our own troops to die in battle for sport? So who agreed with him? I'll give you a hint. Nobody, except maybe Hamas. From every single political direction, left, right, center, up, down, came immediate outrage. Even Yair Lapid and Benny Gantz, who usually prefer vague condemnation or even silence, both slammed him. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, Education Minister Yoav Kish, Foreign Minister Gideon Sar, and even Smotrich and Ben Gvir, who barely agree on what day or what time it is, all united to call this a blood libel. Netanyahu called it wild incitement and despicable anti-Semitic slander. This is literally a Hamas talking point, and for once, nobody was arguing with Bibi. Golan tried to walk it back, claiming that his words were aimed at the government, not at the IDF. Probably realizing that his little outburst was not worth the backlash, but it's a little too late. Like, bro, what did you expect? Did you forget October 7th? Did you think anyone was going to get up and clap for you? You're trying so hard to push the Netanyahu government out, and then you go and shoot yourself in the foot, speaking against your own country and the military. That's just unintelligent and false. Complete political suicide. And now to Iran, where Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei just destroyed any optimism about nuclear talks with the U.S. He says, "I don't think nuclear talks with the U.S. will bring results." Then went on to lead a chant of death to America. Yeah, I'm as confused as you are. On one hand, claiming that you want peace. On the other hand, cheering for the destruction of the country that you claim to want peace with. What kind of dumb strategy is this? Do you really hate your civilians that much? Call me crazy, but I don't think Khamenei should have access to nukes. The guy might slip and fall on the button and take out Tehran for all we know. This is happening just as Tehran is reportedly reviewing a proposal for round 5 of negotiations. And meanwhile, in case anyone forgot, Iran's been racing towards enrichment, backing Hamas, funding Hezbollah, and stirring the pot in Yemen and Syria. So no, nobody is holding their breath for any peace breakthroughs. Maybe Khamenei and Yair Golan could meet for a beer. It doesn't seem like their ideologies are much different from one another. They both love suicide. Khamenei loves to sacrifice the Islamic world, and Golan likes to sacrifice his political career. Meanwhile, while all the politicians on the world stage are bickering, there is actually hope and a little bit of beauty out there. In the town of Bruchin, family and friends gathered for the naming of a newborn baby, Ravid Chaim, whose mother, Tzila Gez, while pregnant, was murdered in a terror attack just a few days ago on her way to the hospital to give birth. A terrorist opened fire with an automatic rifle, which ultimately killed her and injured her husband. She never made it. Doctors performed an emergency C-section and saved the baby, and today the family held a naming ceremony at home, even though baby Ravid is still in serious condition. The name was chosen by his mother before she died. Ravid Chaim, it means chain of life, a beautiful name perfectly illustrating how, in the face of such evil, the Jewish life continues to proliferate and expand. Ravid Chaim, may he live a long life and carry that legacy forward. As Psalms were recited, the message from the family was simple. Pray for him. He needs mercy. So while Golan's out there talking about Israel killing babies, he hasn't weighed in on his own country's children struggling to live because some terrorists decided that they deserve 72 virgins. It's Jahannam for you, buddy. When you meet Hitler and the Romans and the Greeks and the Crusaders and all of the other people who tried to destroy the Jewish nation, make sure to let them know that you also failed. You'll be in good company. It doesn't stop there. Qatar's prime minister says that Israel's renewed military offensive in Gaza is undermining peace efforts. He said, quote, "When Israeli-American soldier Edan Alexander was released, we thought that the moment would open a door to end this tragedy. Yes, you are so right. Hamas comes into Israel, kills over 1,000 people, kidnaps more than 250, returns 1. and you think that that should open the door to peace? What planet do you live on? I know Qatar is a different culture, but that's a little bit extreme. How about you stop funding Hamas, release the rest of the hostages still held captive in Gaza, then we'll talk. Until then, go join Yair Golan and Khamenei in timeout. Think about what you've done and the damage that you've caused to even your own people, and don't come out until you're ready to say sorry. Meanwhile, the United Nations has received permission from Israel for about 100 more aid trucks to enter Gaza today. But according to your logic, we could send them a single shared toothbrush, and that should be enough for peace talks. A top UN official says that some 14,000 babies in Gaza could die in the next 48 hours if aid does not reach them in time, because obviously he's a prophet and can predict exact time of death. Not to mention that this is the strangest genocide ever, because the amount of babies in Gaza only seems to be going up and up. Some days in the news are exciting, some are so boring, and we're just calling it what it is. And then you have days like this where just reading the statements from these politicians causes massive loss in IQ points. You know, Elon Musk's plan to colonize Mars is looking like a better and better idea. Got to be careful, though, or the Palestinians will claim that they were on Mars first. Guys, just get off the news today. I mean, it's a mess. For jfeed.com, this has been Overnight Israel. Catch you next time.